Thank you. Please be seated. Vice-Chancellor, Lord Mayor of Chester, Lady Mayoress, Lord Lieutenant of Cheshire, High Sheriff of Cheshire. A very warm welcome to you all as we gather together in Chester's magnificent cathedral on this very special day. My name is Jill Reeve and I'm Senior University Chaplain and Dean of Chapel. In addition to those of us gathered here in the cathedral, we are also joined by others online, and we extend a really warm welcome to each of you too. In our graduation ceremonies this week, we are also conferring honorary degrees, acknowledging those who have made an important contribution to society from beyond the university. And we are delighted to be able to introduce you to one of our honorary graduates later in this service. A highlight of our academic year is to see our students graduate and move on to ventures new, equipped to serve communities and wider society in a variety of ways. From where I stand, looking out at you all as a sea of graduands, I am struck by the talent and the potential that is gathered here today. A collective noun for a group of graduates, which you will soon be, is a fortitude of graduates. And that word fortitude describes well the determination, perseverance and stamina that each of you have needed to complete your studies. And now we gather together to collectively celebrate your achievements. The University of Chester has a very long history in training students, having been founded in the 1840s as a Church of England teacher training college. That Christian foundation continues to guide our values as a university, expressed in our mission statement, founded in faith, creating community, serving society. In the 1840s, the college began with just 10 students, and now our multi-faith chaplaincy team welcomes and supports a vibrant, diverse and international community of over 15,000 students. Each of you have made your own unique contribution in your time with us, and we are thankful for each one of you. And so, now as we start our service, I would encourage each of you to put aside any distractions, including worries about whether that cap of yours will stay on your head, and simply enjoy this well-deserved moment. As we begin our service, we unite our hearts and our prayers for each one of you graduating today. May you use your unique gifts and talents well, always mindful of the needs of others, and with a heart of care and compassion that is committed to a fairer and more just world. May you keep alive in you a spirit of inquiry and exploration, with an openness to question and be questioned in the search for truth, learning, and new insights. May you find before you new possibilities and wider horizons, and have the confidence to step out in faith with a sense of adventure, joy, and hope. And always let integrity be your guide. And may God bless you today and in the days ahead. Amen.
Permission vices in eo. I declare open this congregation for the presentation of degrees and awards.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Professor Eunice Simmons, Vice-Chancellor of the University of Chester. It's wonderful to welcome you here to the Cathedral. Chester Business School, with the help of our students, our student representatives and our alumni, has cemented its place regionally as being enterprising, highly engaged and responsive, and committed to enabling the transition to an inclusive net zero economy. In recognition of this, Chester Business School has been shortlisted for the Times Higher Education Business School of the Year 2022. This prestigious shortlisting is testament to the work, innovation, and entrepreneurial character of its students, staff, and partners across the region. And I wish colleagues the best of luck in the forthcoming awards ceremony later this month in London. During COVID, and more recently as a result of energy and raw material price spikes, the business school doubled down on its support for businesses, charities, and community enterprises across the UK's northwest, from Shropshire through Cheshire and across to Warrington. These places are home to some of the world's leading innovation, science, and manufacturing businesses, but are also home to enterprises that provide essential support to communities, such as food banks, after-school clubs, and local environmental projects. During this time, the business school has helped to place over 800 students on projects and placements, and support 2,300 organisations through European and UK government funding. These activities have helped bring students closer to the diverse communities and organisations of the Northwest and more fully understand their pressing business needs. The school has always been international in its outlook, and in the last 18 months, its student community has transitioned into being truly international in nature. Its reach now means that more than 55% of students come from across the globe. We warmly extend our welcome to family and friends today from over 30 countries. Research connections also bring international perspectives into the classroom, giving our students insight into the opportunities and challenges of global business. Those of you graduating from accounting and finance programs have experienced a department which is noted for high student satisfaction and ensuring job-ready graduates. Our alumni thrive in a competitive job market due to the focus on professional ethics and digital innovation evidenced in your programs. Recent destinations include Deloitte, Bank of America, M&S Bank, KPMG, Lloyds, PricewaterhouseCoopers, the NHS, and the Ministry of Defence. Your constant engagement with professional bodies such as the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, and the Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales will help you meet the needs of industry, as will your familiarity with eminent local financiers, sharpening experiential learning and adding value to your time at Chester. Students in management exemplify the entrepreneurial spirit of the school. They participated in the Venture Adventure, both in the UK and Spain, supported by our entrepreneurs in residence, who not only get behind the students' business ideas, but also seek to develop their professional and personal competencies. Inspirational activities and the wider support available to these enterprising students enabled a number to set up their own business, not only providing an additional income stream while studying, but laying the foundation for scaling up and growth after graduation. So we are excited to see these student businesses grow, hopefully by taking up residence in the university's business incubator space. Alongside these entrepreneurial endeavours were the responsible business and management solutions for organisations developed by students. Environmental imperatives as a result of the climate emergency were the focus of much classwork and guest lectures and industry insights. These developed essential skills for you to embark on your future careers within an aspiring net zero economy. And our recent alumni have also been invited to engage with current students to bring a practical dimension to our programmes. So please bear this in mind, all of you, as it's always great to have new volunteers. We'll be delighted if you keep in touch and join our networks, because the professional insights are a signature of a management education at Chester Business School. So, look at the people around you. Keep this picture in your mind so that you can recall your achievements in the future. Your accomplishments are more significant than ever. You're no longer a student, but soon to be a proud University of Chester graduate. So I'd like to conclude with some heartfelt thank yous. Your journey through your course would not have been possible without the support of your friends and family, and we thank them most sincerely for being an anchor for you. Thank you to your academics who adapted and changed your programmes of study to ensure you could stay on programme during the pandemic. Thank you to our governors and to our civic institutions who guide and support this institution. Thank you to everyone who's made this ceremony such an occasion, including the Dean and Chapter of this wonderful cathedral for hosting us. And lastly, thank you to all of you graduating today for persevering with your studies in such challenging times. Today, in this wonderful setting, with the splendour and the fanfares, we want to give you a day you will remember forever. You are why this university exists, and will soon have the opportunity to congratulating you all individually. Well done, everybody. You certainly deserve our applause.
Vice-Chancellor, in the name of Senate, I present to you this graduand for admission to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in this university.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I admit this graduand to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the University of Chester.
For a programme of study entitled A Comparative Study on Students' Learning Expectation of Entrepreneurship Education in the UK and China, Lan Li. Vice-Chancellor, in the name of Senate, I present to you these graduands for admission to the degree of Master of Science in this university.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I admit these graduands to the degree of Master of Science of the University of Chester.
Chinyu Maria Abraham. Eldozi Abraham. Olajide Adara. Hakeem Adisa. Christabel Agius. Igabrise Stephen Iza. Rukiat Alibisi Amu. Anuj. Mohammed Awais, Jehangir Begi, Christina Oluwadari Bakari, Olalekan Balagun, Marie Claire Bartello, Temitope Rhoda Bello, Anam Golzar, Sarah Jane Bonello, Daniela Bonanecci Chintar, Christina Borge, Martina Borge, Nafu Adekunle Buremore, Tiziana Camarelli, Aswathi Chandrabosi, Sophie Jane Crew, Cynthia Degari, Daniel Ebitomori, Perpetua Eke, Anissa Fadina, Adil Farouk, Amy Ferrugia, Kimberly Ferrugia, Nellie Ann Felice, Teslim Adibeye Bogoloda, Soma Shikati Goti, Nadia Binte Hezbollah, Lakshmi Pereira, Vedant Jagirda, Niha Jaku, Yassine Jamila, Jesty James, Sonia John, Angela Johnson, Anu Luopa Buseo Jondina, Alina Joseph, Mohammed Junaid, Jithin Kalathil, Parvathi Kalatumar Suresh Kumar, Kamalpreet Kaur, Charlotte Kumbe Kamete Epe Farusa, Julie Kurikekosi, Sai Kirin Madadi, Manor Mahood, Kiranjit Kaur Mand, Binali Mary Babu, Arathi Mithran, Hathritha Mohan, Albiona Musala Geluji, Amalshi Nadeshi Shalamina, Anish Garajan, Adi Engi, Anastasia Novikavka, Adi Diogene Eddie Kuja, Abigail Eno Engamong Enkong, Abiola Grace Okeyi, Mojasola Matilda Alagunju, Okechi Iberi Arua, Omikahindi Olatua Okoso, Oluwashan Oligobego, Athul Babu Benakandi Kolasari, Angel Patrizia, Anjakala Marta Platt, Marin Rachel Rajan, Chinsaya Rana, Jinsia Rana, sorry, beg your pardon. Mohammed Tala Rana, Inzima Rahman, Ahmed Riaz, Sanal Sam, Elki Segendo, Alexandra Sprengigi, Maleka Strafacci, Salmain Sikaru, Siraj Sulakan Rethi, Brito Thomas, Fabian Thomas, Sam Thomas, Ekato Markins Ugbe, Mumachi Ugwandu, Kalim Ula, Sami Ula, Akil Valaposi Polosi, Sonia Varghese, Anna Javier, Najendra Gargada, Nadine Zamit. Vice-Chancellor, in the name of Senate, I present to you these graduands for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Arts in this university.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I admit these graduands to the degree of Bachelor of Arts of the University of Chester.
Edwin Sone Akami, Afana Ali, Amy Bamford, Billy Barker, Daniel Beebe, Natalie Prokopcha, Daniela Bryan, Ethan Callahan, Nuyo Chen, Nathan Dainty, Olivia Davis Tate, Alex D'Souza, Brianna Javier Downey, Spencer Drummond, Yulia Victoria Dudnik, Luke Neil Dugdale, Reese Dundon, Alexandra Edge, Lucas Edge, Miriam El Marbuti, Matilda May Ellis, Olivia Jane Fisher, Liam Fitzgerald, Madeleine Jane Gregory, Jacob Ewan Griffiths, Sharon Christal Groth, George Harford, Gemma Harper, Emerald Agnes Halliwell Weir, James Hughes, Mason Hughes, James Herford, Afiz Omar Balaji, Thomas Johnson, Neve Kavanagh, Robert Kitchen, Serena Leatham, Thomas Johan Leopold. Sienna Witz Lima. Bethany Lewis. Chechen Lee. Cole Lim. Alison Lombard Velez. Yu Chen Lo. Grace Mukungwa. Tahan Paul Matthews. Michael Maylor. Rachel McLachlan. Miriam Mogatahendari. Anutosh Niranji Mohan. Daniel Mosen. Melissa Murphy. Krista Neal. Barnabas Zemecki. Liam Oldfield. Atkar Shankala Panchala. Luke Preston. Louis Rafferty. Madiha Rezwan. Sean Rowlands. Lucy Elizabeth Singer. Karim Sierra Silvosky. Colette Smith. Matthew South. Stephen Sowerbuts. Elena Sipfrondaf. Ellen Watkin-Jones. Isabel Watson. Weishu Yi. Bernadette Young. Heilan Yuan. Vice-Chancellor, in the name of Senate, I present to you these graduands for admission to the degree of Bachelor of Science in this university.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I admit these graduands to the degree of Bachelor of Science of the University of Chester.
Shirin Amo. Samuel Arshad Roberts. Joseph Ball. Jack Bennett. Julianne Bond. Luke Cooper. Alex David Cox, Savannah Downey, Trang Duong, Sandeep Gautam, Abby Hughes, Aisha Jabin, Chloe Jackson, Zoe Rainbow Jacobs, Catherine Louise Jarvis, Casey Jones, Grace Jones, Natasha Mary Louise Jones, Ryan John Jones, Rachel Naomi Lewis, Thomas Lister, Ben Martin, Alan Murad, Jack William Murray, Chloe Alicia Naylor, Joshua Michael Poole, Sarah Maria Roberts, Melissa Kate Rosen, Jaiwen Ruan, Alan Subramanian, Lee Andrew Thomas, James Wormsley, James Wilkinson, Nathan Williams, Zhao Zhao, Vice-Chancellor, in the name of Senate, I present to you these graduands for the award of postgraduate diploma in this university.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I present to these graduands the award of postgraduate diploma of the University of Chester.
Alfonso Charisma, Michael James Jenner, Vice-Chancellor, in the name of Senate, I present to you these graduands for the award of Diploma of Higher Education in this university.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I present to these graduands the award of Diploma of Higher Education of the University of Chester.
Kent Eric Holman, Janatul Fedosa Bipasha, Kahindi Grace Adiwuji, Janatul Fedosi Bishpasha, Gopika Gokukarama Nair, Sonia Omarodion, Azichi Anuranjani. Mohammed Yahir Rayhan. Monica Anil Joshna Redamazi. Lauren Kay. Vice-Chancellor, I make application to you to present the degrees and awards listed to those candidates at the University of Chester who have not been presented in person, but whose names appear in the programme and who have indicated that they wish their degrees to be presented in their absence. I certify that they are worthy to receive those degrees and awards, and I stand as proxy for them.
I admit them to those degrees and present those awards, and I accept you as proxy. I now call on the public orator to present the honorary graduand, Keith Skempton, for admission to his degree.
Good morning. I'm Chandrika Devarakonda, not Tim Brown. I have great pleasure to present Major General Keith Skempton, CBE, for his honorary degree today. Keith was born in Chester, only a short distance from this cathedral, one of 3 sons to a father who was a local GP and mother, although a qualified nurse, remained a mum to support her, 4 boys, a dog, and a cat. Keith was educated at Birkenhead School, followed by a brief time at the Liverpool College of Building, as he had an aspiration to become an architect. Following a change of heart, Keith decided to join the Army on the short service officer scheme with the aim to only serve for 3 years before moving into industry within a business management role. Keith undertook his 6 months of training at Mons, Aldershot, where he graduated as a second lieutenant and undertook several early postings in Bahrain, Germany, and Norway, as well as commanding a rifle platoon in Northern Ireland and then in West Germany during the Cold War period. Keith found a calling within the Army and decided to extend his career from his initial 3-year term. At the age of 27, he passed the exams focusing on war studies and international relations to attend the Staff College at the age of 30. This also elevated Keith to the rank of Major and as Chief of Staff of a brigade in Germany before commanding a company of the Cheshire Regiment in Hong Kong and Brunei. Keith was then promoted to Lieutenant Colonel and posted to be the ADC to the General Officer commanding in Northern Ireland. This complex role educated Keith to help develop the strategic and operational planning and delivery for key operations, which awarded him a mention in dispatches. This led directly to Keith taking command of the Cheshires here at the Dale in Chester for 2.5 years, which included a 6-month tour in South Armagh, where again he was awarded a mention in dispatches. In 1991, Keith was elevated to full colonel rank and was placed in charge of support to the 1st Armoured Division as they returned from the First Iraq War. This was a new challenge for Keith as it entailed personnel management, accounting for equipment, and complex supply and logistics, which became Keith's area of expertise from this point forward. Keith outlines that he was successful because he ensured that he learned from the experienced commanders around him, valuing their expertise and advice. Keith's logistical talents were regularly called upon, and he oversaw the reconnaissance and support to a UN operation in Angola, as well as operations in Rwanda and a reactive operation in Kuwait when a further Iraq conflict was threatened. Keith also had responsibility for the UK logistic support to former Yugoslavia under both the United Nations and NATO configuration. During this time, Keith developed a logistic doctrine to support overseas operations away from the more rigid structures used in the Cold War era. In 1997, Keith was awarded the CBE for his logistics input for these operations in Angola, Rwanda, Kuwait, and former Yugoslavia. Promoted and posted as a brigadier to NATO's Rapid Reaction Corps as Deputy Chief of Staff for support under General Sir Mike Jackson, Keith was sent on early reconnaissance to former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia to evaluate requirements for potential operations into Kosovo. The plan was an attempt to halt the humanitarian catastrophe that was unfolding at the time. Within the role, Keith coordinated the logistics in conjunction with numerous non-government organizations to help set up the initial emergency camp for what would be 250,000 refugees, and then 2 additional refugee camps away from the border to help disperse the people to a safer area. The logistic support role required excellent international relations, negotiation skills, and financial management, working with a range of international stakeholders and colleagues. As a result of this work, he was awarded the Queen's Commendation for valuable service. Finally, Keith was promoted to Major General as an Assistant Chief of Staff to the 4-star US Admiral responsible for NATO's southern region in Naples, where Keith's expertise proved invaluable when reductions of force size within NATO were required. Keith's business acumen and outstanding logistical skills demonstrate that he is the very model of a modern Major General. On retirement from the Army in 2003, he maintained his role as Honorary Colonel of the Cheshire Regiment, but this was no symbolic role, as Keith was responsible for overseeing the reorganization model of 3 regiments into 1, the Mercian Regiment. In 2006, he was appointed Deputy Lieutenant of Cheshire. In more recent years, Keith has undertaken a range of senior civilian roles, including as a Business Development Director at Ferrantis in Bangor, Operations Director at this very cathedral, and more recently as Defense Director at Capita Property and Infrastructure. He has also been a trustee at the Military Museum at Chester Castle and is the president of SSAFA Cheshire. Throughout all this, Keith outlined that he has been incredibly lucky to have the support of his amazing wife, Sue, and their daughter, Kyra, both of whom are here today. Finally, I asked Keith what the best piece of advice is he may offer you. Without hesitation, he outlined that life is about principle and relationships. It is important that we build relationships out of mutual respect for others. This is very sage advice. Vice Chancellor, in the name of the Senate and of the Council, it is with very great pleasure that I present to you Major General Keith Scampton, CBE, for admission to Honorary Master of Business Administration honoris causa in this university. Thank you.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I admit you to the degree of Master of Business Administration honoris causa of the University of Chester. it gives me great pleasure to invite Keith Skempton to address the congregation.
Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, graduands, and the Supporters Club, thank you very much indeed. And I thank the University of Chester for this award. I'm truly honoured. I'd like to congratulate you all of you graduands, on graduating today. It's a commendable individual effort. Very well done. I should, however, congratulate those of you who supported you on the way. Maybe your parents, maybe your friends, the lecturers, the tutors and the authors of all those books. The point I make is that success, I believe, is dependent on people, teamwork, and a good relation with your friends and workmates. And I thought I'd pass on some of my experience. Get to know the people in your business, in your new business, in your new professions. Don't be afraid of their experience. Learn from them. When I took command of a platoon of 30 soldiers, I was much younger than the platoon sergeant or his corporals. And they certainly tested me. But by the time we were patrolling the streets of Northern Ireland, they depended on me. I'd learnt to know what made them tick. We worked as a team. Understand the organization you work in and the people in the different departments. As a company commander in Hong Kong, I knew every one of my soldiers, not just by name, but I knew where they worked, and I knew some of their family circumstances. I had 100 under my command. They knew me too, and they knew my objectives. Understand how the different elements interact. As you've heard, I was put in charge of logistics for an armoured division. This involved personnel, their welfare and management, medical support, the requisitioning of supply and material, its transportation, and the maintenance of the equipment. And at a stroke, I was operating outside the comfort zone of my own infantry education. However, I learnt from the Gulf War veteran commanders, even though they were subordinate to me. And I earned their respect by getting to know their roles and understanding how they operated. And my skills were slowly becoming interoperable. Look outwards from the organization, and the relationships, again, remain key. When in charge of the logistic operations for the United Kingdom headquarters, I needed to deal with the different nationalities, and particularly for the United Nations operations, and also for the NATO Rapid Reaction Corps operation, of which you heard I led the reconnaissance for into Kosovo. This entailed me and my team liaising with all of the authorities. And this meant that they needed to tell me where I could get the various facilities and placement for the troops. Some assets needed financial support from the highest level, which I had to pass on. Some we could pay for from a small budget which I held myself on the operational command. And some resources and facilities we managed to negotiate gratis. But it all worked because of good relationships. and the parallels are there in the civilian world. I believe that success requires your personal relationships to work within your peer group, with your subordinates, and indeed with your own, with your superiors, your subordinates. I've found that if you look after your subordinates, they will look after you. Be warned, though, it's not as easy as it seems. Out of a battalion of 500, I had 40 officers, and only about 5 of them were real innovators. Another 10 were reliable, very reliable implementers, and I have to admit that the remainder tended to just follow their lead. And I found that that ratio is similar in other organizations. So you have to deal with a range of competencies, but you can, and if you know their strengths and weaknesses, make the best of it. On leaving the army, I found employment in the business world. Most of my skills I found to be transferable, and where I was weak, I learned. For instance, although I'd been in charge of large budgets within the Ministry of Defence, I had no idea of profit and loss. So I did a resettlement course at Manchester University Business School, and they were able to provide me the key elements to consider and some notable tutors on whom I could obtain advice. But I also learned from my colleagues within the business. Networking was key, both for obtaining work and for the new role. I've worked for a mechanical engineering firm, and I've worked for a property and infrastructure company, both of a result of networking. Apart from advising on defense matters, I had to pay my way in business development, sales, and dealing with clients and winning contracts. So I've found that success is very dependent on people, relationships, and teamwork. I advise you to make it work for you. For some, this will come naturally. For others, I'm sure you'll have to work at it. But it is a necessary and valuable skill. I congratulate you all on your awards, and I'm humbled by mine. And I wish you all success in the future. Thank you very much.
I now invite Arfana Ali, graduate of the class of 2022, to address the congregation.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Arfana, and I studied International Business Management at the Chester Business School. When I first started at Chester, I remember feeling so overwhelmed by my new surroundings, and I sat in the lecture nervously looking around, watching all the younger students thinking, what am I doing here? I waited for everyone to leave the room, and I asked my lecturer, do you think I can do this because I feel really old? And they replied, of course you can do this. Not only did I do this, but I took every opportunity and initiative available to experience a full university life. I was successfully elected the Black, Asian and minority ethnic student rep for 2 years running. I facilitated and influenced ongoing positive changes at the university. I became a member of the Strategic Race Challenge Group, which was established to promote equality and diversity, which also saw the development of the race advocate roles, of which I was a part of too. And I still remember going into the chaplaincy house to discover that baking lessons took place every Wednesday afternoon. And this is where I also learnt to bake cakes. The dedication of the staff meant that sessions carried on through Microsoft Teams during lockdown. So you never know, you might see me on the Great British Bake Off one day. So the university has supported me to achieve my goals. It has given me the opportunities and experiences to build my confidence, self-awareness and knowledge, and all the academic skills that I will carry with me for life. So anything is possible, you just have to believe in yourself and be prepared to work hard. I am now studying for a Master's in Management at the Chester University. I would like to thank my two sons for believing in me, encouraging and supporting me throughout this journey. My Pat, my supervisor, for always being there, giving their undivided time and support to guide and mentor me. All my module lecturers and the wider academic staff who taught me, sharing their knowledge and expertise. The study skills team whose proficiency and dedication were second to none. And all of the university staff from the administration department, support services and facilities team who worked tirelessly behind the scenes. We could not have done this without you all. And I would like to say to anyone thinking of trying something new, do not wait for the right time, because today is the right time. I would finally like to congratulate everyone on achieving your degree. All your challenging work and dedication has paid off today, and this marks the end of one journey and the beginning of another. Can I suggest that we all give each other a huge round of applause? Well done.
Good afternoon. My name is Professor Paul Bissell and I'm Pro Vice-Chancellor at the University of Chester. As your graduation ceremony draws to a close, we hope this day has been memorable for you and for all of those who've supported you throughout your studies. And I want to add my congratulations again to you here. It's some time since my graduation, but looking back, it was a significant milestone, although perhaps not in such a fantastic venue as this. So what next for you here? Well, whether this has been your first degree, whether you're full-time, part-time, an apprentice or a career changer, our careers and employability team are here to support you and help you to the next step. Perhaps to your first job, your second job, or to the one afterwards. Perhaps if you're an entrepreneur who wishes to set up their own enterprise, or perhaps you're considering further study. We hope to see you perhaps at another ceremony soon in the not too distant future. Whatever the path, we're here to support you to your next step. And remember, please make sure to keep in touch. Today you're celebrating being part of a community that's over 100,000 strong, living and working in 135 countries. Our development and alumni relations team is here to keep you connected with us. And we hope you'll do that. We hope you'll keep your links with us, and your fellow alumni are absolutely hugely important to you as you're developing links and going forth in the world. You'll be used to, I'm sure, as students, receiving our student shout out. What you're going to find soon is that you'll receive emails and communications from around graduate shout outs. These will land in your inbox over the next month. We want to hear how former students are getting on and progressing through life. So please scan the QR code in your programme or when you see our graduate shout out team in the marquee. Join that team. It's completely free and they'd love to share photos and your photos with us. A really important thing is in about 15 months you'll be contacted by our survey partners. was to complete the graduate outcomes survey. I know you probably hoped you didn't have to fill in any more surveys, but please do make sure that you complete it, because it really helps to provide a story about our university and how our former students are getting on and getting on in their careers. It helps inform us and it helps us plan for the future, so do fill that in. But most of all, we want to wish you success and fulfilment whatever your next steps are. We've been making history as an institution since the 1800s, and we're privileged to have your contributions and achievements as students to be part of our story, just as we are part of your story. So, for those of us here, I look forward to seeing you in the marquee on the Cathedral Green to celebrate. To those watching around the world, goodbye. And thank you so much for sharing our graduate achievements. And to you, our newest alumni, congratulations once again. These are fantastic achievements. You will always be part of the University of Chester, and the University of Chester will always be part of you. Thank you.
I declare closed this congregation for the presentation of degrees and awards. Salva sit universitas nostra, quod precantes consurgamus.